is such a happy game, right? The first part of Pokémon Green felt like a classic adventure, catching cute Pokémon, exploring Kanto and collecting those early badges. But in this video, things take a darker turn.
I'm so scared!
Before we begin this video, I just wanted to say a huge thank you so much for all the support on the series so far. And if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Pokémon Green facts, localization changes, and even some key Japanese language tips along the way.
Get your fat ass back here.
Back in 1996, the game included all sorts of things that were toned down, rewritten, or removed entirely when it came to the West. With Pokémon being used in war, the strange and indulgent lives of sailors on the SS Anne, and of course, the most infamous part of the entire series, Lavender Town. In the next part of the Pokémon Green series, we'll be heading towards Vermilion City, and I'll be going into more details about Pokémon used in war, the SS Anne, and Lavender Town. We'll start to see just how different things were in Japan. Ski continues his adventure towards Vermilion City, or in Japanese is referred to as Kuchiba Shite. Kuchiba means autumn leaves or sunset in Japanese, which is associated with the colour vermilion. No Pokémon are caught on this route here, but there's an opportunity to level up a bit and battle some trainers. We first speak to the Pokémon Club member who, like in the red and blue version, speaks about his Pokémon, saying that they are cute. The word used here is kawaii, which is often used in Japanese, very common, and a word to remember.
Oh, look, cute!
We get the SS Anne ticket for an award. In both the Western and Japanese versions of Pokémon, the SS Anne is a luxury cruise liner. In the Japanese-only Pokémon Green, the sailors abroad openly talk about drinking or being hungover. One famous line in Red and Blue is the quote, "I like feisty kids like you." It was a very creepy thing to say to 10-year-olds. This was similarly said in Pokémon Green, which was very creepy.
What did you say?
These may be small, but they do add up, and make the Japanese SS Anne feel like a real ship of adults. After battling all the trainers, we go towards the ship's captain. First we have to beat Red again, who brags about the 40 types of Pokemon that he's captured.
Can I get bonus points if I act like I
The
care?
captain is suffering from seasickness, so we help him to get the HM cut, which is our first HM and will be needed to access the third gym.
Goodbye!
Our protagonist Ski reaches the third gym, where we start with this annoying trash puzzle. In Japanese, Lieutenant Surge's name is Mattis, from the clematis flower. You may notice that all gym leaders are named after plants. LT Surge is interesting, as he is not just a gym leader, but a foreign military veteran and fought in a war using electric Pokemon to win battles on the battlefield, where he earned the name Lieutenant. His Japanese dialogue suggests he used Pokemon as literal weapons for war, and survived battles where others didn't. This gives Surge a uniquely grim aura among gym leaders. He isn't training for sports, he's a soldier turned survivor, perhaps so haunted from what he's actually seen.
A few moments later.
We go to catch more Pokemon. The first Pokemon is the evolve of our Rattata, which is Raticate in English. Raticate's name in Japanese is Rattata, which is a shortened, cuter version derived from rat. Just like Rattata's name, Korata, Ko means small rat. So you have small rat and rat. The naming in Japanese tends to use onomatopoeic or simplified sounds rather than the more pun-heavy or descriptive English name. We next catch a Beedrill, which in Japanese is Spear. This comes from the English word spear, referencing its sharp stingers.
Oh, did you know I don't give a shit?
Unlike the English name Beedrill, which combines beat and drill, the Japanese name emphasises the Pokemon's piercing, aggressive nature rather than the insect itself. We then capture Duripu, which is the Japanese name for drowsy. As you may have noticed, this references the English word sleep, referencing Drowsy's hypnosis abilities and dream-eating nature. The Japanese name is simple and ties closely on the basis of the Baku, a dream-eating creature from Japanese folklore. Traditionally, the Baku is depicted with parts of various animals like an elephant's trunk, tiger paws, or an ox tail. In Japanese folklore, this is said to banish the nightmare as the Baku will consume it. Usually benevolent, but sometimes stories say if it's still hungry, it might also consume your hopes and desires, leaving you empty. In Diglett Tunnel, we capture Diglett, or Digda, which is a stylized version of the English word dig, with a cute rhythmic sound that fits Pokemon naming conventions in Japanese. Like many early Pokemon, its name is a direct and simple reflection of its core behaviour, digging, and its evolved version, Dodrio, which is Dagu Torio, which is Dagu from dug, which is the past tense of dig, and Torio, the Japanese name for trio. So the Japanese name is the trio that digs. I then went back to Cerulean City to get to the shortcut cave and get to the most interesting place in all of Pokemon, Lavender Town. This is where the Japanese localization really takes a turn. Lavender Town, the only place in Kanto where things stop feeling like a friendly adventure and start feeling disturbing. In Japanese, Pokémon Green, the game doesn't shy away from death, mourning and ghosts. But the Western red-blue version, much of that emotional weight is cut or softened. For example, Pokemon Tower isn't just a spooky tower in the middle of the town, it is a graveyard. NPCs in Japanese say things like, "I will never forget my dead Clefairy. I can't stop crying." But in English, it's, "I came to pray for my Clefairy. I can't stop crying." The blunt language around death gets watered down in translation, losing some of its emotional impact. Inside Lavender Tower, there are trainers called channelers, mind-controlled by ghost types. In Japanese, lines are knitted with ominous intensity, but in English, the dialogue still unnerves, but it's toned down. And then you have the tragedy of Marowak, Team Rocket's killing of Cubon's mother. It is more directly felt in the Japanese version, with plain words like murdered being used.
I'm gonna kill you.
Then we have the iconic Lavender Town theme, and some of the stories you may have heard of. The music here is iconic and harsher in Japan with high-pitched tones. That quality sparked the infamous Lavender Town Syndrome creepypasta, a fake urban legend claiming kids were harmed, or worse, just by hearing it. While this is totally false, it proves how compelling the original atmosphere of Lavender Town was. In Japanese, the Lavender Town Tower is a place for closure, for real tears, real loss. But in the West, emotional phrasing was made much vaguer. Pokemon were resting, not dead, and ghosts haunted less forcibly. But trust me, the impact is still felt today. Lavender Town's eerie theme struck a chord, and critics say it marks Pokemon's first direct take on grief and death. The creepypasta myth only amplified that legacy. Remakes like Gold and Silver removed most graveyard elements, replaced with radio station, but the original's raw honesty still resonate. I hope you enjoyed this video covering the dark sides of Pokémon Green. In the next video, we'll continue to get to the 4th badge and cover a bit more light-hearted elements of Pokémon Green, catching more Pokémon, and explaining some Japanese differences. Thanks all, please like and subscribe to continue Ski's journey.